Hi guys, my name is Najiha Mufida from 10 Science 3, and in this opportunity I would like to tell you a story of Bawang Putih and Bawang Merah. So please enjoy. A long time ago, in a nice quiet village, there lived a wealthy merchant. He lived together with his daughter, who was named Bawang Putih. This merchant's wife had long since passed away. The merchant was very fond of his daughter because she was obedient and kind-hearted. One day, as he came home from traveling, he brought a woman and her daughter along with him. He wanted to marry this woman. So, Bawang Putih now had a stepmother and stepsister who is named Bawang Merah. One day, Bawang Putih's father returned home and fell ill. He was very ill, and Bawang Putih was very sad because of it. She never left her father alone. However, God decided differently. Bawang Putih's father died. While Bawang Putih wept and cried, her stepmother and Bawang Merah were excited because the property and house of Bawang Putih's father now belonged to them. One day, Bawang Putih went to the river to wash clothes. She was sleepy and hungry. Her body was weak. While washing, Bawang Putih didn't realize that her stepmother's favorite shawl had washed away. When she put all the clothes into the basket, she was surprised to find her stepmother's scarf was not there. Finally, Bawang Putih decided to go back down the river to look for her stepmother's scarf. In the middle of the road, she met a farmer who was washing his coat. The farmer said that the scarf was brought by a grandmother who lived on a mountain. Bawang Putih immediately headed up the mountain to meet the grandmother. The old grandmother will give a red scarf with one condition. Bawang Putih must help her first. Bawang Putih agreed. All day, she helped the grandmother cook, look for firewood, clean the house, and washing clothes. For Bawang Putih, all this work was easy because she was used to doing it. Finally, it was time for Bawang Putih to leave for home. The grandma gave her the shawl and a gift. On the table, there were both small and large pumpkins. Bawang Putih chose a small pumpkin because she also had to carry a basket full of clothes home. Grandma forbade Bawang Putih to split the pumpkin before she got home. Arriving at home, Bawang Putih was scolded by her stepmother and Bawang Merah. They continued to beat her. Then, they saw the pumpkin broke by Bawang Putih. The stepmother ordered Bawang Putih to split the pumpkin and cook it. Then, Bawang Putih took the knife and split the pumpkin. What a surprise! The pumpkin was full of sparkling and expensive jewelry. The stepmother and Bawang Merah asked Bawang Putih how she got the pumpkin. Bawang Putih then told them everything. Stepmother and Bawang Merah had the idea of doing the same things like Bawang Putih. The next day, the stepmother and Bawang Merah went to the river. They deliberately washed away the red scarf. Then, secretly, they followed the flail as it was washed away. Sure enough, the red scarf was picked up by the old grandmother. The stepmother and Bawang Merah followed the old grandmother who went up the mountain. As they walked, Bawang Merah complained about how far it was. Arriving at the old grandmother's house, the stepmother and Bawang Merah knocked on the door. The old grandmother welcomed them warmly. Then, the stepmother and Bawang Merah pretended to be sad and asked about the red scarf. Just like Bawang Putih, the old grandmother will give them the shawl if they help her. The only way to get the pumpkin was to work to help the old grandma, but they still couldn't stop complaining. Finally, Bawang Merah and the stepmother finished their work at the old grandmother's house. The old grandmother gave the shawl to Bawang Putih and her mother. On the table, there are two pumpkins, one large and one small. And of course, the stepmother and Bawang Putih chose the largest pumpkin. Just like Bawang Putih, Grandma told them to not split pumpkin before they got home. Bawang Merah and her mother do not obey the advice of grandmother. On the way, the stepmother split the big pumpkin. They were impatient to get their hand on jewelry inside. However, they were in for quite a surprise, because inside the pumpkin were venomous animals such as snake, scorpion, and spider. They were both bitten by a snake. Because they are still in the middle of the forest, no one came to help them. The stepmother and Bawang Merah died from the snake bite. Their greed brought them to disaster. Meanwhile, Bawang Putih lived happily ever after. The jewelry given by the old grandmother, making her rich. She continued her father's business and enjoyed the fruits of her obedience and kindness. So, that's all from me. Thank you for listening me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.